Hey, what is going on, guys? SS Ultimate Goku, back with another video. Um, we got everything up. So far, we got question on. Why is it doing that? So far, we got. Why is it doing that? So far, we got. Why is it doing that? So far, we got. Why is it doing that? So far, we got. Everything's set right. Hi. What's up, Goku Sonic Games? Do we got anyone watching again? I think so. Take a nail away. Do we got anyone watching again? Yeah, I mean, we had several hours of it for people to come in. But, otherwise this is not going to be that, enjoyable. What's up, JT Max? KO. Not sure what that means. Does that mean Kevin Owens, or does that mean like OKKO? OKKO. Who would I think win a fight between Satoshi or Shigaraki, right? Or Weiss Schneeb. Based on what's going on right now in the series, in both respective series, I would have to say Shigaraki, because Shigaraki has the ice and the fire, and also Weiss almost died a couple of volumes ago, when she was basically saved by John's healing powers that he recently discovered at that moment. So her durability is not that good. And obviously Shigaraki's durability is much better. He's gone toe-to-toe with other guys where he was in serious danger situations, especially in the sports festival, and was going toe-to-toe with guys like Deku and whatnot. So I'd have to say Shigaraki would definitely beat Weiss. Whenever it comes out, it's not, as of right now, it's not coming out. I don't know when it's going to come out. We might be getting a new movie before we get a new series. But we'll see. When it comes out, I'll be excited. We'll have the Hope of the Universe, Ally to Good, Nightmare to You, coming back to save us all. Who was your favorite character in Dragon Ball, or who's your favorite favorite Dragon Ball character? Mine's Gohan. Okay, so I think you're talking in general sense, because when I think Dragon Ball, I think Dragon Ball just the anime. Because you said Gohan. Gohan was not in Dragon Ball. My favorite overall character in the whole Dragon Ball Z franchise would obviously be Goku, regardless. Goku's my favorite character. He's the hope of the universe. And, superhero, obviously, when I was a kid. Just really loved like Gohan, too. Gohan was really cool, too. Really good connection with Gohan as well, especially as a kid. because he was around the same age as I was. Um, Around, I should say, not exactly the same age, but so I did like Gohan as well, but Goku was definitely my favorite because he was a superhero, obviously, and he was like an underdog, and he kept getting stronger, and saved the world multiple times, regardless of what subtitle elitists want to say. He saved the world multiple times from people, and was the hope of the universe. Obviously, I know we get into the whole phrase of the dub ally to good, nightmare to you, but if you actually look at the storyline within Dragon Ball, him saying that he was the hope of the universe isn't as unlikely as a lot of people will make you think. Yeah, and obviously he didn't really say it in the Japanese version, but they make it seem like Goku saying that is completely impossible for him to have said something like that. But within the confines of the way Akira Toriyama wrote the story, which I highly disagree, because if you go to the whole build up to the whole essence of Frieza's character, the whole essence of Frieza's character was basically he was the terror of everybody. He basically was the strongest. Like the Saiyans couldn't oppose him. Nobody in the universe could oppose him. This is, of course, before we knew about Beerus, or Beerus was even a thought in Akira Toriyama's mind. So the original story of the whole Dragon Ball Z franchise was basically that Goku, or not Goku, Frieza basically terrorized everybody and no one could oppose him, which means he is the emperor of the universe. He is the dictator, essentially, of the universe. Basically, no one can oppose him. Goku comes along in the Frieza saga and is the first guy to basically oppose Frieza, and is basically stronger now than Frieza thanks to the Super Saiyan powers. So when Goku says in the dub that he is the hope of the universe, ally to good, nightmare to you, it actually makes sense because he's the first person to oppose Frieza, who no one in the entire universe at that time could oppose him. So when people say that Goku is completely out of line for saying that, the subtitle fans will completely tell you that it's completely out of line for him to say that, because that's not how Akira Toriyama wrote Goku. Based on the confines of the story that they were setting up for Frieza, Goku saying that he was the hope of the universe absolutely makes sense. Yes, that's not what the writing was in the Japanese version, but the change isn't as unlikely and impossible as people will make you think. It does actually make sense for Goku to have said that he was the hope of the universe, because Frieza was the person that basically no one could oppose throughout the entire universe until Goku came along, became a Super Saiyan, and was now essentially the hope of the universe because nobody up to that point could oppose Frieza. So yeah. It still doesn't change the fact that's not what he actually says in the Japanese version, but I'm just saying to people that try to say that, oh, this was completely out of line and out of character, because a lot of people try to kind of put that out there, that it's completely out of line, and I totally disagree with that, because if you go with the confines of the story and of Dragon Ball up to that point, it makes complete sense for him to say that. But yeah, it's still one of my favorite lines. The hope of the universe speech will always live on forever. That's getting kind of a little... I might end that whole thing. But yeah, Goku is my favorite character. Superhero. Which I've made videos on why Goku is a superhero. Do you think Goten and Trunks, we're assuming Kid Trunks here, deserves more screen time? Um, are we talking about Z or are we talking about Super? Because Super, I thought they had a pretty good amount of time. Um, maybe not as much as the other guys, but I thought they had a pretty good amount. And Boo, in Boo they did, for sure. In Boo, they were actually a core emphasis. I mean, maybe some of it was filler in Dragon Ball Z, but even in Kai, I think they had. In Battle of Gods, like the movie or just the saga in Super, because I think they had I think they did some changes in the movie. I mean, they definitely. Okay, both. Well, what did they change in the movie? Because they changed a lot. I remember because I watched. It's been a while since I watched it, but I have it, so I could always just watch it again. But in Battle of Gods, the movie, the original, they did have a significant part in whole the whole emphasis of like the Dragon Balls and stuff like that. And then of course I think there was a little change because wasn't Battle of Gods, they were on the boat. Battle of Gods, I think they were on the boat, right? Or the movie, in the movie. And then in the saga, they weren't on a boat. They weren't on a boat. So there was a change, I believe, there. But overall, I thought they did very well with them. Obviously, it's going to be very hard to kind of put them in there that much when you have all the other heroes involved. Especially since they're somehow still kids. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with them, but I mean, I think I think Trunks and Goten have been balanced out very well. In terms of them getting like a new ability, that could be something really cool to see. Like if you could see Goten and Trunks maybe be able to naturally go to Super Saiyan 2 or something like that. Because obviously, when they go into Gotenks, when they fuse to become Gotenks or Gotens, Gotenks. Yeah. When they go to Gotenks, they basically are just they go right to Super Saiyan 3. They go right to Super Saiyan 3, and it'd be kind of cool to see. It'd be kind of cool to see those two kind of fuse or not fuse and kind of do more on their own necessarily. I really like to see more from Kid Trunks because obviously, Future Trunks is so much better of a character than Kid Trunks is. But he's obviously... Well, the difference with Kid Trunks is because he had Vegeta his whole life, where Future Trunks never had Vegeta. And so he learned from Gohan. Gohan essentially raised him, and so his upbringing was different from Kid Trunks. Kid Trunks was kind of more coddled. He still gave fighting situation with Vegeta, but he kind of was taken more for granted than with someone like Gohan, because Gohan was basically teaching him survival skills because he was the only one left in his timeline. So that's kind of why their upbringings are different. I wish they could do more with Trunks, though. The only way I see them doing something with Goten's is, if they're going to make him older, because he's already overshadowed by Goku and Gohan. He's already overshadowed by those guys. So he's gonna have to kind of create his own identity if he's gonna become his own person. But yeah, I mean, either one. I mean, he could have had more screen time, but I think overall it was balanced enough for those guys. I mean, they weren't the main focus. to begin with. They had their small parts that they needed with May and or Mai, um, and that's where they kind of put them. But we'll see. I mean, maybe in the whenever they bring back Dragon Ball Super, we might see them more. I would like to see them age a little bit. I mean, they still look like the same size, when they should be much older now, because this isn't a 5-year time skip. Or was that in between? I think that was in between where Dragon Ball Z was at. So maybe a little less, but still, I think they should be. I think they should be older. Who do you think is stronger, Frieza or Cooler? It depends on what timeline are we talking about, or what point of Dragon Ball are we talking about? Are we talking about Dragon Ball Z? Or are we talking about Dragon Ball Super? Because in Dragon Ball Z, I would have to say Cooler, because Frieza never made it to his fourth form. We didn't even know what a fourth form was until Cooler came out. So Cooler, obviously, in Dragon Ball Z, based on Frieza's power in Dragon Ball Z, obviously Cooler would be stronger. If we're going by Dragon Ball Super, then it's no contest, Frieza. Frieza's got that golden, Frieza form. Yeah, in Super, it's obvious. It's Frieza, because Cooler's abilities or power was based off of what the Dragon Ball Z fighters' strength was around that time period. And obviously, Goku had been a Super Saiyan God in Dragon Ball Z, so obviously, in Super, it's a landslide. Golden Frieza would be way stronger than Cooler's fourth form. Yeah. For Z, for Z, Cooler. For Super, if we're basing it off of Super, Frieza. That would basically be my answer. I have not. Well, I mean, I did watch some episodes of Hero from the Fandub. For anybody who doesn't know, there is a Fandub of Dragon Ball Heroes. But unfortunately, they only have 22 episodes out of it, and they're not making any more because they got a copyright by Toei. So I managed to watch 22 episodes of Heroes from the Fandub. Because obviously I only watch English dubs. I don't watch subtitles, as we all know, so get their official name. They actually have it on their Twitter account for anybody who wants to check that out. They have put all the episodes that they produced on their Twitter account for free watch, but they do ask for you to at least credit them. So please credit them, because these guys were very talented and put a lot of work in there. But unfortunately, they're not producing any more episodes of Dragon Ball Hero because they got flagged by Toei. So that's unfortunate for them. We'll tag their fan dub. But the episodes I did watch were pretty cool. I'm not sure where you would put their powers at, because Heroes is kind of broken. They have a lot of fourth wall breaking stuff going on. So I'm not exactly sure where we would put their abilities at. Let me get their... Do we have it up? For the fan dub. Like, I'm following them. You can look it up on YouTube. I need their exact names. Dragon Ball Heroes, right? Well, it was only 22 episodes they did. They had to take them down, though. Okay, Alright, so it's DB Live Online. DB Live Online, they have 22 episodes. They have 22 episodes out of the Fandub project, and they have them on their Twitter page for everybody to download if anyone still wants them to watch them. They also did some Bruce Falconer scores. I think episode, was it 5, I think it was, that they did an entire Falconer score episode, which I thought was really cool. We'll put it up online here. Because they did a lot of really good work. And unfortunately, I don't think they're ever going to dub Heroes, like, officially. Like, I don't think Funimation is ever going to be able to dub it officially, which is very unfortunate. So I'm going to put that up here, guys, for you guys to see. Well, I didn't mean the actual tag, but okay. So, that's not what I meant. Oh. I meant the, what's it called? Yeah, I wanted the link. Give me the link. That's what I want. There we go. So there you go. That is that. So let's get back to some of the questions here. As you guys know me, this is a Fandub channel. So 22 episodes that were dubbed. People say Jiren should have won the Tournament of Power. Do you agree? Your opinion? Yep, you too, anti-cringe. Back to this question. I don't get what the cake emoji represents. I was like, I don't know what this emoji represents, but whatever. Anyways, people say Jiren should have won the Tournament of Power. Do you agree? Your opinion? No, I do not think Jiren should have won. I think Goku should have won. Goku's the hope of the universe. Goku's the hope of the universe. Ally to good, nightmare to you. Of course. Goku's good indeed. Who is a better anime protagonist? Anyone. Well, I mean, the main character, I would say Goku, because, I mean, it's my favorite character. But in all seriousness, a really good protagonist character in anime. Who is a really good one? I mean, I think Naruto's a pretty good protagonist. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, it really just depends on your flavor, really, for a protagonist. I'm liking Asuka, or Asta. I've been really becoming a huge Black Clover fan. So I think Asuka's another good one. Ichigo. Ichigo Kurosaki. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good protagonists, I think, for anime. Pokemon Classic or new? Obviously the original. Pokemon, with Kanto, Ash, Misty, and Brock. That will always be the best when it comes to Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Blade Blank or Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't even watch Blade Blank. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure. Pokey Shippin', obviously. Pokey Shippin', 100%. That is the best, ship in anime and probably anything else. Very well developed and unfortunately didn't get its finished product. So, yeah. Pokey Shippin'. I like them both, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, Pokemon was the first anime I ever watched. Dragon Ball Z was the second anime I ever watched, and Yu-Gi-Oh was the third. So, yeah. Does Pokeshippin have a future? I believe so. I mean, Pokemon pretty much just keeps rebooting every season, so I can't say there isn't ever a chance. I think there is. Misty just made an appearance in the Alos regions with Ash twice, and they kind of had some interactions going on there. So I have hope always that Pokemon will eventually have those two together. But unfortunately, I think the writers and the people behind Pokemon that keep coming in and out just don't want Ash to ever age, and they don't ever want Ash to end his journey, even though in the last season he won the Pokemon League and should have been by default Pokemon Master. Even CNN and all these other newscasters reported him as a Pokemon Master, and then yet in the new season they proclaimed that Ash was not a Pokemon Master. They said that he's still trying to be a Pokemon Master, which makes no goddamn sense. So clearly Pokemon just loves retconning everything just so Ash can just continue doing nothing or just continuing to just do everything all the time until the end of time, basically. It just seems like that he's never going to stop. Hunter x Hunter or Yu Yu Hakusho? It'd be Hunter x Hunter. Um, Hunter x Hunter. I watched the 2011 series. I like it. As a matter of fact, I'm actually wearing the T-shirt right now of Hunter x Hunter. Coincidentally, I don't really like Yu Yu Hakusho. I tried watching it in the earlier days of Toonami. I never really was a fan of it. I thought it was a pretty stupid anime. So, and yes, I know they were done by the same creator. But I just thought Yu Yu Hakusho was really stupid. So, yeah. Dragon Ball GT or Dragon Ball Super? Obviously Dragon Ball Super. Like, come on. Like, is that even a question? I watched a little bit of Sonic X when it was on Saturday morning cartoons. I wasn't really a fan of it. I'm not really a big fan of Sonic. I just never understood what was so, like, cool about him. But I did see some of it when it was on Saturday morning because Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Were on, like, in the same block or whatever. So, obviously, you had to watch that in between. So... DC or Marvel or DC? DC. I prefer DC. But I do like Marvel too. Marvel is making better movies than DC. So, but I think DC has better superheroes personally. Not to say that Marvel doesn't, because I do have some favorites in Marvel as well too. But DC, I still think is better overall in terms of the heroes they have. But with Kevin Feige's just killing it with the movies. DC's really got to like get themselves together with that. Do you have any expectations with a live-action movie on any anime? Yes, I do. I think anime can work in the big screen. Like I do think it can work. You just have to hire the right people. That's really all it comes down to. I don't think, this whole stereotype that anime can't work in Hollywood is horseshit. It's just that the people that are doing these movies just are stupid and don't freaking know anything about anime. That's the problem. Like, it's been proven that if you actually have the right people working on a show, working on a movie, and that they actually know what's going on, it can work. Look at Light of Hope. Like, these guys, Light of Hope, the people that did Light of Hope, Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope. They've worked with Hollywood stuff. They've done movie production stuff. But the problem is obviously it's just a fan project. But you can tell that they actually cared about what was going to go out there and what was going to be presented, and it was going to actually be factual, to handling it the way the show would handle it, or close to the way the actual, anime would show it. That's what Hollywood needs to do. They need to hire the right people to do it. And not just hire these people that have no freaking idea how anime works, or how the show works, or anything like that. That's what they have to do. You're not gonna take a Marvel or DC superhero and just basically just trash it and not know what the hell you're doing and then expect the movie to work. This is why multiple movies like that never work. Because, for numbers of years, because they just didn't have the right people in there to make it work. Now you got a guy like Kevin Feige who comes in there and is like not only doing the stuff like the source material, but is making the movies very successful. And yes, there were movies, superhero movies, that were successful without the source material. Obviously, X-Men was hugely successful without using 100% of the source material, with Hugh Jackman and stuff like that. But a lot of these movies failed because they didn't have that going on. And that's the biggest issue. They need to hire the right people for an anime to work. And it can work if you have the right people in there. If you have the right people and you actually have people that know what they're doing and know the background of the anime that they're working on. That's how it would work. Blonde, brunettes, or redheads. For an anime, personally, I like them all. I don't really have an issue with either of them. I like to have representation of all of them. I think I'd like the blondes, maybe the brunettes. I do like to have some redhead representation, though, because obviously there's not as many redheads being represented in media. It seems like media has some type of bias towards redheads. We're seeing it with a lot of these castings for Hollywood, especially the biggest one being Ariel, which I've given my take on the Ariel whole thing, and I'm not going to really comment any more on it because I was harassed by it. Yeah, redheads definitely need to be represented more. They're 2% of the population, that are naturally born redheads, and I think it's very unfair that they're basically just recasting these characters to not be redheads, especially since they're in the source material, of which they were created as. Isn't Kevin Feige coming to Star Wars or DC or both? Well, he's not going to DC, I can tell you that right now. DC is owned by Warner Brothers. He's not going to the rival company. Disney won't let him. Star Wars he is, because Star Wars is owned by Disney. And so I think he's being brought on to do something in Star Wars. I don't exactly know what he's being brought on to do in Star Wars, but he's definitely being brought on to do stuff. Yeah, redheads are cool too. But I like the brunettes. For me personally, brunettes and blondes. But I do like, in terms of representation in movies, I do like to see more redheads getting represented. Marvel has better stories, but DC has better characters. I don't know about that. They have better movies that have better storytelling. I wouldn't say they have better stories like in the comic books and all that. I think they have really good stories in DC. I just don't think they have good storytelling in movies, in live-action movies, compared to Kevin Feige's brilliance. What's up, JMac19? Street Fighter or Tekken? Well, I don't know what Tekken is, so I guess Street Fighters? I don't really play either of them, so... Thoughts on a potential Man of Steel reboot? Don't care, because I don't like Superman, so if they reboot it, it's whatever. I heard they're going to have Supergirl in the Flashpoint movie, which I didn't even know until they actually casted her in it. And a lot of people were having flack about it, which I think was stupid because it was a Latino girl. I don't see what the issue with that is. People were like, "Oh, she's Latino." I'm like, okay, but she's still white-skinned. So, what the fuck are you guys bitching about? I just think that was so stupid. I was like, are you kidding me right now? All they have to do is dye her hair blonde. Like, what's the freaking issue? Like, even people on Twitter were pointing this out. It's like, why are you guys bitching about that? That's so stupid. All that she has to do is dye her blonde. Like, get out of here. I'm like, get out of here. Or gel her hair blonde. I mean, that can work too. Undertaker's been gelling his hair dark black for years. When wrestling. What anime made me cry? Which one did make me cry? Oh, jeez, man, that's... Damn, that's gonna have to make me go back a little bit. What anime made me cry? Because it's definitely not recently. I mean, pretty much I'm an adult, so most shit doesn't make me cry anymore. But, what anime did make me cry? It would have had to have been when I was a kid. It would have had to have been when I was a kid. And I'm trying to now, I gotta think now about this. Like, what anime made me cry as a kid? Jeez, you know what? What's it called? The Goodbye song on Pokmon. The song with Misty and stuff. That song. That made me cry. That's the only one I can remember. Well, yeah, that one. That one. I'm sure there were others too, but that's the one I can remember. Yeah, the Goodbye song when Misty was leaving, like at the end of the Johto region. Yeah, that did make me cry. That was emotional. That was an emotional song. That was really well done by four kids. Could have sworn Kevin Feige was coming to DC. I must have gotten that confused with Star Wars. Yeah. I know James Gunn is going to be more involved with DC, but I don't know exactly how much involved he's going to be with that. Thoughts on wages being at 15 an hour? I think we should have 15 hour minimum wage. I know a lot of people are saying that, well, 15 hours... that is going to cause people to, basically lay more people off and, it's going to force more businesses to go under. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. If they wouldn't increase the inflation, then we wouldn't have this issue. When people compare stuff from, like, several years ago when it was only $6 an hour or whatever, the inflation value was much cheaper back in the 70s than it is now. It's expensive to live. It is expensive to pay bills in 2021, and that is the cold hard reality. So when people tell me that, $15 an hour is way too much for minimum wage, it's going to lay people off. But the thing is if they wouldn't keep going up with inflation and the cost of living, then we wouldn't have that problem. So that's where I would go with that whole issue. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Black Panther. He was, I didn't see Black Panther. I'm not really familiar with the Black Panther franchise overall, so I can't really speak on it. But a lot of people love that movies, and he did very good at it. And it's very unfortunate that he won't get to do a sequel. I just started watching The Flash like 3 weeks ago on season 4. It's really good in my opinion. The television series, I haven't watched that, so I don't know. What's your favorite Dragon Ball character? I kind of already answered this earlier. It's Goku. But I'm assuming you're talking about overall, because when people say Dragon Ball, I assume anime. I don't assume, I know in the manga it was always called Dragon Ball the whole way through in Japan, but in English that's not how it works, and I'm an English dub guy. So, but I'm assuming you're talking about like overall, like the entire like franchise, not just the Dragon Ball anime. But it would still be Goku either way, so it doesn't really matter. Um, Tom or Jerry or Looney Tunes? I like them both. Uh, I would have to say Looney Tunes because it's got more characters in it, but I like them both either way. Frieza versus Baby. Well, if we're talking about Dragon Ball Super Frieza, easily Frieza beats Baby. If we're talking about Dragon Ball Z Frieza versus Baby, Baby wins. So yeah, that would be my answer to that. Dragon Ball Super Broly. It was a good movie. I'm assuming you're asking me about my thoughts on it. So yeah, I loved it. Good movie. Power levels are poop. No, power levels are over 9,000, and power levels are very significant. Which country do you think is going to fall first? China, America, or Russia? Huh. I definitely don't think America's gonna fall, but of course I'm biased because I live in the United States, so I guess people will take that as you will. Um, Honestly, I don't see any country falling anytime soon because we're in such a, kind of more modern, peaceful type society. Um, but if I had to say out of one of them that would fall, it would probably be Russia because Russia has fallen before. That's the only reason. China seems to really. It doesn't seem like China's going anywhere. It doesn't seem like China's going anywhere. I mean, they have a really gripped on that communist way of thinking, unfortunately. So, if I had to say out of the three, I would probably say Russia because Russia has fallen in the past. They were originally the monarchy, Russian Empire. Unfortunately, that fell to the communists, Soviet Union, with the Bolsheviks, and then, of course, they would eventually fall in the 90s and early 90s, and would become the Russia that we know today. But if I had to say out of all three of them, it would be probably Russia because again, Russia has a history of falling. China has been pretty consistent since they've been a communist country. And I can't see them falling anytime soon. Hopefully the people in Hong Kong can finally get their independence. I'm really hoping for them, especially that terrible Mulan propaganda movie that Disney made with the concentration camps and all that shit. And it was all overall bad movie to begin with all the other problems that they did with it. But yeah, that's what I would have to say about that. Who you love favorite? Would you love? Hold on. Who you love female characters in anime, Marvel, or DC? Oh wow, that's very, very interesting. There's a lot. When I was a teenager, I had a huge crush on Alexa Rose. Like no fooling. Like I can't even get into the full details of it, but like I had a serious crush on Alexa Rose as well as Sakura Haruno. I'm not even kidding. I did, and this was like because when I watched it, I was a teenager. When those shows came out in English, I was a teenager. So I was like around 13-ish, maybe 14. I don't remember the exact year, but I was in high school when those series came out. I think it was either in middle school or right at the end of middle school, going into high school. And when those shows came out, I had a serious like crush. Like on those characters, So I like those. DC Wonder Woman. I liked Wonder Woman. Is there any female characters I liked in Marvel? I'm not sure. Who did I like in Marvel that was a female character? I know. Well, I mean, there was Black Widow. Black Widow. Yeah, Black Widow was cool. I didn't really know about her that much till later on, though. But there wasn't really that much with Marvel in terms of the female characters that I liked. The Wonder Woman, definitely. Hawk Girl. Right, or Hawk Woman. Or was Hawk? No, it was Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl. She was good. It was in the original Justice League anime. Or Justice League cartoon. There was that. Obviously, there was also Batgirl. Batgirl was cool. Anime characters again, Sakura, Alexis Rose from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. What did I like in anime? There was probably a lot in anime. C2. I loved C2. That was like when I was in junior high, so I was like, oh my god, she was awesome. C2, she was like my pizza girl, yo. She was eating the Pizza Hut like friggin' shit. I love Pizza Hut too, and I was like, she just eats the Pizza Hut pizza like it's no Pizza Hut. C2, oh my god, she's immortal, and she was just like, oh my god, she was gorgeous. C2 was awesome. Code Geass. There's so many anime characters I could probably name too, and I can't even think of all of them on top of my head. But there was a lot. There was a lot of them. Rukia was a badass too. I like Rukia. Do you think fan service is annoying in a few anime shows? Yes, I do. I'm okay with females, showing off their hotness and all that stuff. I think that's appropriate. Because, I mean, it's human nature. Like, I don't think that's an issue. I think people take that way too seriously. What I have an issue with is when they overdo it, or they do it on purpose, and it serves no purpose. And I'm going to use an anime that I'm actually watching, and I've actually talked about this in my Discord chat with some of the people that participate. Fire Force. Turtami, I believe that's how you say her name. Right? From Fire Force. Okay, she always intentionally strips her clothes down. She basically strips down, at any given moment now, and I literally can't take her seriously as a character, because literally anytime we have growth of her, the only thing we think about now is that she's going to strip. Literally. Because that is how they set her up as a character. And I think that's unnecessary. When Toonami censored episode 3, I actually publicly said that I agreed with the censorship. And I think Funimation should have censored it. I don't think they did enough with that. I thought that was incredibly unnecessary. And I thought it made Shinra look like a pig. Because Shinra had not known who she was up to that point. And yet he was pulling her down, like pulling her pants down and shit like that. And someone who's supposed to become a superhero, that's, a full-length adult or a full-length teenager like that, knows better, that he shouldn't be doing that. And I thought that was incredibly unnecessary, and I thought it served no purpose to the plot, and it was just put in there just to be put in there, and I did not agree with it at all. I'm okay with fan service as long as it's fan service that doesn't over-exaggerate everything to the freaking fictional, like, this shit would not happen type level. And then just keep doing it on and on and on to the point where it's just stupid at that point. So Yeah, that's what I would say to that. Where are we? We got a lot of questions coming in now. And I will answer them all. We will answer them all in the order they are received. So don't worry if I miss your question. They will be answered. Why can't James Gunn come to DC but Kevin Feige can? Because James Gunn got fired by Marvel. He got fired for a tweet he sent out 10 years prior. And so he got fired from Marvel. And then he basically got hired by DC to direct Suicide Squad. And shortly after he got hired to direct Suicide Squad, Marvel, or Disney rather, changed their mind and decided to rehire him again because all the actors that were in Guardians of the Galaxy basically went to bat for him. Like, they literally all said they would leave if James Gunn wasn't rehired to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So that's why he got rehired to do Marvel. By that point, though, James Gunn was already hired to do stuff in DC. So basically he told Disney that I can come back, but you have to allow me to do stuff with DC as well too. So that's basically what happened. James Gunn is actually probably in a better position than he ever was because of the firing that he got. Which, by the way, I don't agree with what he said in the tweet. He said like some horrible things in the tweet, but it had been like from 10 years ago. So like, yeah, it was like something that obviously he doesn't agree with what he said 10 years ago. And I can also attest to probably all of us as human beings, we have changed over time and have had completely different changes and beliefs in later on in life. I do believe people can change and change their views on different things. And I really feel that Twitter is kind of taking that away. Twitter, basically, if you say something from years ago and then someone then discovers it once you get famous or you become like a celebrity or something like that, then all of a sudden you're guilty of still believing in that, which is not true at all. So it is a cautionary tale for people. But yeah, that's kind of where he got both gigs now. Would you love a girl who is badass and could possibly kick your ass? Yeah, I wouldn't care. She'd probably be able to train me to be better. I mean, I don't think there's an issue. I've actually had teammates that were, females back in high school. They didn't last that long, but I worked with them, in terms of wrestling and stuff like that. I know friends that wrestled against girls in wrestling, so I never had an issue with wrestling a female. I never got to wrestle a female, thankfully. But I have no issues with a female that can kick my ass, like, in sports and stuff like that. It makes me want to be better, no matter who it is. But yeah, I don't think a girl could kick my ass, but there are probably some that could. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know until I know. But yeah, that's what I would say about that. Black Lagoon or Death Note? Obviously Black Lagoon. I hate Death Note. I'm not a fan of Death Note. So, yeah, Black Lagoon. I like Revy. Revy's like a badass. Do you like Death Battle? Hell no. Oh, hell no. I hate Death Battle. I think they are biased, and as I've seen, they still composite characters for no reason. How old am I? How old am I? I am 29. Do you watch anime rap? I don't know if that's supposed to be like a YouTube channel or something, but no, I probably haven't. Omega Shenron or Frost? Frost, because Dragon Ball Super is supposed to be stronger than GT. So, yeah, I'd have to say Frost. Alexa was a little frisky.
I think you asked about little Walter. What would you like to know?
Okay, I apologize by that, but that was my Alexis. No.
Sorry,
no.
I don't know that one. By the way, here's a tip for you.
Wow, I said Alexis, and it thinks I'm talking to it. Hold on. Wow, that was really creepy. That was really creepy. Do you like astronomy? Nah, not really. Disney or Warner Brothers, movie and TV series. For, like, in general, not DC or Marvel, I'd probably say Warner Brothers. I don't think they've done that many TV series that I've been interested in, though. So, I don't know, that's a tough one. Disney made better, like, classic, musical, romantic, fictional movies that I loved as a kid. So, you know, like Aladdin, obviously, and Lion King and all that stuff. But, I don't know, that's a tough one really to answer because, I mean, there's so many different ones to go by. Genres and shit. What's your favorite Goku gi? He's had a lot of them. He has had a lot of them. Personally, I like the ones without the symbol. The one he had in the Cell Saga, where he just kind of, it was just kind of like, just nothing on there. Because he has so many masters now. Like, how many, he had the original Master Roshi one. Then he had the one with Kami. Then he had the one with King Kai on the back with Master Roshi on it. Like, he's got so many now. And now, of course, he's got the Whis one, too. I like the one with the no symbol because it just kind of is like, you know, he's got so many trainers now. It's like, you can't, like, put all these patches on there. Eventually you're going to be like a race car driver. So, yeah, I like that one the best. Why are DC live action movies failing but Marvel's is working? Because they actually go by the source material. And they actually cast correctly. They actually have a direction. They actually know what they want. And it seems like DC just doesn't know what they want. And that's the problem. That's the problem with DC, is they just really don't know what they really want. Dragon Ball Super versus Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball Super easily wins. Like, Dragon Ball Super is much stronger than GT. I mean, the scaling doesn't lie. So, yeah. What if NBC Universal purchased Cartoon Network? Wouldn't that be a monopoly if that happened? Because they couldn't just purchase Cartoon Network. They'd have to purchase everything with it. Turner Broadcasting, right? Because isn't that... Oh, no, Cartoon Network would be a part of Warner Brothers. So they have to buy Warner Brothers to get it. I mean, maybe if they just sold Cartoon Network as a separate entity, I think he's talking about. If they sold it as just a separate entity, I I don't know. I don't think really much would change if they bought it. Like, it'd still be there. I mean, maybe you get different programming. You might have less DC stuff on there. But I don't think really overall that much would change. It'd still be a channel. What anime character kept pantsing someone you said earlier? I don't get the question. What anime character kept pantsing someone you were... Oh, no, that was my... I think he's talking about the Alexa. I have an Alexa, like, thing, and when I said Alexis, it, like, thought I was talking about it. When I wasn't. Thoughts on the Arrowverse? I really have no thoughts on it. I never watched it. Pokemon or Digimon. Pokemon, obviously, was the first anime I ever watched, and I don't like Digimon. I viewed it always as a Pokemon ripoff. So, yeah. Would you watch a Super Smash Bros. Anime? If it had Goku in it. Hashtag Goku for Smash. Chicago PD, Law and Order, or Criminal Attack. These are the cop shows. I'm not really interested in any of those. In terms of a cop show, Walker, Texas Ranger, the original, not that stupid ass ripoff remake. But yeah, that would be my favorite law enforcement show. Do you like the Star Wars sequels? Yeah. Which ones? There are a bunch of them. Which ones? There are a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. Personally, I like them all. Obviously, the newer ones I wasn't a big fan of. But I didn't think they were bad, though. I didn't think they were as bad as they've been made out to be. Except for the second one that they made. The Disney one that they made that everyone hates. I did think that one had some problems with it. But it wasn't that bad. But I don't think it was that good either. Yeah. Hey, Junior. Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magics of the Gathering? Obviously Yu-Gi-Oh! What turns you off about a woman? Woman that just is an asshole, I guess. Which anime is better, Fairy Tail or Majin? I don't know what Majin is, so Fairy Tail. Do you think the DC films are getting better? Well, Wonder Woman 1984 I thought was really good. I did a review about that. I watched it twice in the movie theaters at AMC since that was the only theater that was open in my area. Yeah, all the local theaters were closed, and Regal's still closed, so I had to go to AMC. And they still are to this day. And now AMC's only open 3 days a week. Before they were open, a month ago, they were open like 7 days a week because they needed the money. But now they're getting funding, so now they don't care. So I'm gonna have to eventually go there to like get tickets for the some of the movies that are coming out. Are they getting better? Yeah, they are. I mean, they're getting a little better. I mean, they already had Wonder Woman the first Wonder Woman was really good. Wonder Woman 1984 was not as good as Wonder Woman, the first one, but it was really good. So yeah, I'd have to say they're getting better. Hopefully they continue getting better. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? As of right now, in current times, probably Nickelodeon. But if this was back in the early 2000s, I would probably say Cartoon Network. But Nickelodeon was also just as good back then as they were. But currently, right now, as it stands, probably Nick. Because Cartoon Network is just utter shit right now. The programming is terrible. Uh, do I like wrestling? No, I totally don't like wrestling. You know, I only wrestled in high school. I wrestled in high school. I've been watching wrestling since I was 6. No, I totally don't like wrestling. Of course I like wrestling, guys. Wrestling's like my biggest thing. Favorite Rocky film? Is that Rocky 3 that had Hulk Hogan in it? Yeah, it was Rocky 3. Hulk Hogan, Mr. T. I pity the fool. That was my favorite. What anime makes no sense when it comes to a story? Shit. JoJo? Like in season 3? Yeah, that made me stop doing that. I don't know. Which ones? I can't even think of it now. Of which ones don't make sense. The Classroom one that's currently airing on Toonami. That one makes no sense. I think it's called Classroom something. I don't remember. But, yeah. Duel Masters was a ripoff of Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember Duel Masters. It was an okay show. I guess it would be considered a ripoff because it was like card concept, but I thought they kind of did some of their own elements too there. But yeah, I could see that assessment as well. Who do you think will win in the Death Battle season premiere? Yoda versus King Mickey. Oh, jeez, I have no idea. If they're compositing, which knowing Death Battle they probably are, I'd have to say King Mickey because Mickey like can break the fourth wall and stuff like that. Obviously Yoda, you know, if they're compositing, I mean, he should be able to use his expanded universe stuff, right, too, even though that's not even canon anymore. But you know, the fourth wall breaking and the reality warping shit that he can do is probably going to do Yoda in. Especially since Death Battle are compositing their characters, which makes them really stupid as a versus series. Have you seen the episode of Dark Side of the Ring? If so, what was your favorite episode? Mine was Owen Hart, Chris Benoit, and New Jack. I have seen some of the episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. I have not watched them all. The only one I watched was the Benoit one. I do think the Chris Benoit Part 1 and Part 2 one was very well done. So, I did actually, you know what, never, I take that back. I did see the Owen Hart one. And you know what, I take that back. I actually think the Owen Hart one was better. Because the Owen Hart one actually answered some questions. I don't know, because the Benoit, I don't know about the other ones, but the Benoit and the Owen Hart ones were really well done. They were really well done because they shared details that we didn't know. Actually, I did see the Jimmy Snuka one, too, that they did. So that was 3. I didn't see all the other ones, though. But I did see those ones. And those ones were really good because those ones gave out information that we didn't know about. The other ones, most of them, we kind of already knew everything. Like, I think I did see the Montreal Screwjob one, too. I think 4. I definitely didn't see any of the other ones, though. The Montreal Screwjob one, we pretty much knew everything about it already, so it was really kind of dumb to rehash it, because everyone has already rehashed it. But the Benoit, the Owen Hart one, and the Benoit, Owen Hart, and Jimmy Snuka, the Jimmy Snuka unsolved mystery of whether he murdered his girlfriend or not, those ones actually added new details that we never knew about. So, I thought those ones were very good. You know, the Montreal Screwjob, we pretty much know everything about the Montreal Screwjob at this point. So I don't see why they just keep rehashing that. There was nothing they added to that made it a better episode than anything we have seen before with the Montreal Screwjob documentaries. So, that'd be my say to that. Do you watch horror movies and TV series, even in anime? I have watched horror movies, not so much in anime. I mean, I don't know if you consider it a horror. I mean, I don't consider it really a horror movie after I watched the first couple episodes. And it was Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul I thought was a horror anime, but it really isn't. I mean, it is, but it isn't, because I feel like that's more of an action anime than anything else. But it's got a horror atmosphere to it. But once you get past the first few episodes, it really isn't a horror anime. It really isn't, because like they're mostly doing a bunch of action-y type stuff going on throughout the whole episodes and stuff like that. I was pleasantly surprised because I don't really like watching horror animes, but I was actually pleasantly surprised about that one. Surprised. But for movies, my first movie, actually, my first horror movie actually was Chucky. And I was like 8 years old when I first watched it. So, yeah, the Killer Doll. The Killer Doll was my first horror. I've watched stuff like Michael Myers, the Halloween stuff, Jason Voorhees, all that, good crap that everyone likes. So, yeah. Goku Ultra Instinct. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy games. I don't really play them, so I remember the first Final Fantasy game, from back in 2000. I did play that on the PlayStation 1. I think it was 2000. It was like PlayStation 1. I think that's the only Final Fantasy game I ever played, and that was okay. I never played any Kingdom Hearts games, so I can't really say about Kingdom Hearts. Which badass female character in anime are you in love with? Badass. Probably. I mean, I consider Sakura a badass, so I'd say Sakura Harunon. I had a crush on her literally when I was in high school, as I pointed out earlier. Rukia, I did like Rukia. Rukia is a badass. For anime. There's so many good ones. I think Alexis Rose is a badass. I mean, what's your definition of a badass? Just people attacking each other all the time? I mean, when I was in high school, I literally had it, because when Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and Naruto, the dubs were coming out, I was literally in high school, or I was in middle school coming into high school, because that was 2005, and those characters were introduced, and I just had a huge crush on them when I was in high school. So those characters for sure. Who is a better mother, Chi-Chi or Hinata? Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was very protective over Gohan, even though I think she overdid it a lot. I think she is definitely more. I think she's definitely more, there for her kid than Hinata is. Hinata just feels, she's always been, Hinata's always been a soft character, and more of a carefree character, and that's why she had a crush on Naruto. So I don't feel like she does enough for her kid, in terms of taking care of him, from the stuff we've seen, compared to Chi-Chi, who is very hands-on with everyone. Chi-Chi at times is very overprotective, but she, I feel like, is a better mom. Boruto or Legends of Korra? Um, I'd have to say Boruto because Boruto 1 is longer. And 2, Legends of Korra is kind of a disappointment. The problem I always had with Legends of Korra was that they just never really focused and fixated on one centerpiece plot. Like with Avatar: The Last Airbender, you had one build up to one villain. I felt like Amon should have lasted the entire series. Like, I felt like Amon, like, them killing off Amon after the end of the first series, or the first season, was stupid. Like, I felt they should have kept him alive and had him continuing on, and continuing him as a villain, in some way, even if you expose him as being a waterbender. He could have came back later on as maybe a bloodbender or something, especially once you had the stuff going on the way they did in season 2. They never really focused on a centerpiece villain, and that's why I was really disappointed with Legends of Korra. I mean, Legends of Korra does have its up-ups, but I was really disappointed that they never focused on one main villain, throughout the series, and it was always different villains every season. So Boruto. Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles do you watch in movie and show? I watched the 2003 series. I liked that. I did watch some of the 80s stuff, which was good as well, the 80s cartoon. Movies, haven't really watched any movies of them. I'm not a fan of the Michael Bay stuff, for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, yeah. What's there an anime that you ever dropped? In terms of not watching anymore, that would be JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. After season 2, I watched a few episodes of season 3, and I did not like how they went from the hormones to the stupid stand bullshit. It's a plot hole. It's stupid. It kind of destroys their whole emphasis of their storyline. And I just don't understand why anyone likes the series, to be completely honest with you, after season 3. Like, if they would have ended JoJo's Bizarre Adventures at season 2, the show probably would have been the best thing ever. But because they continued on with the stupid stand bullshit, and got rid of the hormones, which actually made the series interesting, I dropped it entirely. Which anime has a real relationship? What do you mean exactly? Like, you mean like the dub actors? I mean, cause Asta and Noelle, English voice actors, actually are legitimately married. And based on the way Black Clover is going right now, I'm almost certain that Noelle, Silva, and Asta are going to get married at the end of the series. That would actually be considered a real relationship, I guess, since both the dub voice actors are actually married. I mean, that's real as real can be. Do you watch the Ikkyun anime? Example Sword Art Online? I don't know what the example is. I don't know what you mean by that. I know what Sword Art Online means, but I don't know what he means by this. Can you kind of clarify that better? Who is a better swordsman in anime? Zolo? I mean, Zolo's a pretty good swordsman. Or Zoro, as he's now called. Well, he was called that before, but he was called Zolo in the original dub, so get out of here. He's still called Zolo in the English translated anime. Or not anime, manga. So, in the translated English Viz Media manga, he's still called Zolo. So, yeah. Zolo, mother... Friggin' Zola, let's go! I also like Auric Stern from Code Lyoko. He's another good swordsman, too. Which anime made you angry, like frustrated, angry? Probably a lot. Which one did make me frustrated and angry? Probably when Ash didn't win the Pokemon League the first time. Right? Right? Ash didn't win the Pokemon League in the Kanto. That probably upset me. I don't know, I can't remember now, but that probably had to upset me. I have to imagine, but I don't know if that would have angered me. I don't know. I can't think of it right now, which one would have angered me. I'm sure there has been ones. One Piece. Yes, I like Attack on Titan. I just did a discussion video a couple videos ago. Which anime made you laugh and you actually fell on the floor? Oh my god, which one was it? Just a couple. There was an episode. What episode was it? Just recently. There was an episode recently. Oh my god, I gotta pull that up now. There was like an episode, I think it was in Black Clover, where I literally laughed. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, let's see, what was it? It was hilarious, though. No, not that. No. It was in Black Clover a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, talking about it. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. Wasn't it? It was something. It was hilarious. I can't remember it now. But it was hilarious. I thought it was funny. No, not that. Wasn't Black Clover, was in Food Wars. I gotta pull it up. That was hilarious. I remember I was laughing, like, completely. It might have been Food Wars, but there was something. There was something that made me laugh, like, holy shit, laugh. And it was hilarious. And it was funny. It was from a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. Oh, that was a funny scene. Oh my god, that was, yeah. Let's fill this right now. Okay, here we go.
Not that big a deal. It's the little trees.
Oh, god. Hold on. This is from Black Clover. I'm gonna just like play the clip.
Not that big a deal. It's the little trees.
God, why isn't it playing it? What the hell? Oh, what the? It ain't playing. I wanted to show it. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. It actually made me laugh on the floor when it happened. It made me laugh on the floor. We gotta play that. We gotta play it. It's hilarious.
Not that big a deal. It's the little treason, and I didn't even do it.
Hey, so you came here to become stronger too, right? You want to fight me? What's he talking about? Is he using fight as a code word? I'm flattered, but don't you think it's a little too early for us to get physical?
I played that scene like freaking 10 times after I first heard it because it was hilarious. It was that funny. It was that funny. It was that funny. That shit was hilarious. I don't want to hear anything about it. Here's another one. That was pretty funny.
Oh my god. That girl's got some bounce.
That was actually my genuine reaction when it happened too. We had that. That was a Food War episode. Yeah, those ones were pretty funny. That was my genuine. Okay, so wait, where were we? One Piece. You like Attack on the Did you like Lost? I don't know what Lost is. Did you like Breaking Bad? Never heard of it. Which anime character do you hate the most and he or she makes your skin crawl? That was probably Sasuke for a while. Because, I mean, he betrayed everybody and, like, people still praised him like there's no tomorrow. Who else over there? It just pisses you off. Like, what? I don't know. I can't think of one right now. Okay. That would probably be the one. I'd say Sasuke. Do you like My Hero Academia? Of course I like My Hero Academia. Remember when the cast Ben Affleck as Batman? What were Warner Brothers thinking? I thought Ben Affleck was a good choice for Batman. I think they should have just done a movie with him, a solo movie with him. He got kind of the short end of the stick on that. Do you think DC should give up and start over? No. I think they should just kind of, like, get everything in the right direction. I mean, you can't really start over at this point. I still think they should do a Teen Titans live-action movie. I think Cyborg should have never been in the Justice League. I think he should have just been a Teen Titans and they've done a Teen Titans movie. I made a video about, the what if DC started, the way I would have done it, type video, and Teen Titans was in it. What show is better, Ben 10 or Danny Phantom? Oh my god, that's a tough one. I love both of them. Oh, jeez. Putting me on the spot on that one. I'm gonna have to say Danny Phantom only because Ben 10 really started to kind of get annoying after the first season. I mean, the second series was okay, but then it really started getting wacky with all the other, like, sequels and spin-offs that they continued doing. So I'd say Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom was, I think, 2 seasons long, and, and it didn't go as long as Fairly Odd Parents did, but it was a show that still to this day has a huge following, and for a good reason. And also, of course, the Green Bay Packers are mentioned in the show, which obviously the Green Bay Packers are my favorite football team. So yeah. Does the Winter Soldier remind you of Anakin Skywalker? No, I don't know where you got that one from. What's up, what's up? Ultimate Goku, how have you been? I've been pretty good. Been chill. What Star Wars character do you like? Luke, I am your father. Darth Vader. Darth Vader is my favorite Star Wars character. So, I mean, that's kind of obvious. Right? pretty good. Thoughts on Mason allegations? Who's that? He's gonna make me look. Who is that? Oh, great. What, did he get Me Too'd? I don't know. I'll have to look up. I'm just kind of assuming that because that's usually what it is. I have no idea who this is. He's an American singer, songwriter, and producer and actor. He's a lot of things, apparently. Jeez. I have no idea who this is, so I can't even really comment on the situation. Hold on, guys, for a second. I'll be right back, guys. Let's see what we got. I already made the logo of my website. Well, cool. I know you had a website. That's cool. All Star Wars characters versus all Naruto characters. Who would win? If we're talking about Disney canon, I don't know. That's actually tough to say. Because Star Wars characters have the Force and all that shit. That's tough. I'd have to research that one, but if I had to answer you right now, I would probably have to say Naruto, but I'm not totally 100% sure on that. What's your thoughts on VTuber? Isn't he the Pokemon tuber? I think I've watched some of his videos. I thought he's pretty good. I think that's the isn't he the guy with the Bulbasaur thumbnail? Or was, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Okay, I have no idea who this is. So, never mind. That's definitely not who it is. I don't know that much about him. I ignore what I said earlier because that was obviously not the person who I was thinking of. I was thinking of a Pokemon YouTuber. And this is obviously not a Pokemon YouTuber. I have no idea who this is. So I don't know why you're asking about it. I'm assuming, like, I don't know. Maybe she's got flack. I don't know. I don't know. There are people that are saying stuff about her, it seems like, from these videos that are coming up. So, I don't know. She must have some type of drama, I'm assuming, on her. So, I have no idea. I've never seen any of her videos, so. Do you think the mage Wyndham survives? I don't know who that is. What are your thoughts on Demon Slayer? I don't really care for it, so I got really no thoughts on it. Yu Yu Hakusho or Naruto? Well, I already covered this earlier that I don't like Yu Yu Hakusho, so obviously Naruto. What was your favorite adult cartoon and still is to this day? That's I don't know, because I don't know what cartoon I've watched that is considered an adult cartoon. I mean, I don't like Simpsons, I don't like Family Guide. I don't like a lot of those type of adult type cartoons. So I don't really know what's left. I mean, I don't know if you consider the animes adult cartoons or whatever. So I don't know what you consider that. If I had to pick one, maybe Robot Chicken. I guess Robot Chicken is considered a adult anime, even though it's like a parody. Which cartoon was your favorite during your childhood? Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Well, I liked them both during my childhood. If I had to pick between both of them, Cartoon Network, because Cartoon Network had overall more programming than Nickelodeon, and of course they had Toonami, so that automatically breaks the tiebreaker right there in itself. But Nickelodeon was very good too. I did like Nickelodeon. They had Drake and Josh, the Keenan and Kel show, all that. They were very good with the live action comedy like stuff. Much better than what Cartoon Network tried to do when they tried to rip them off with the stupid See Unreal bullshit. Nickelodeon had a lot of good programming too. Cat Dog and all that. You know, Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, just to name a few. But Cartoon Network had overall better. They had overall more choices when it came to cartoons. And then, of course, they had Toonami, which, you know, that in itself just kind of tipped the scale over there. Which anime character look cute but is deadly? Oh, jeez. I'm sure there's a bunch of them, but I can't think of one right now. I can't think of one. I mean, I'm sure I know there was a bunch of them, but I can't even think of one right now. Who was like cute but deadly. I don't know. I can't answer that one right now because I can't think of one. And I'm sure there was one, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yugi versus Kaiba. Or Yugi, or I'm assuming you mean Yugi, not Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's the show. Yugi versus Kaiba. Yugi, obviously. Dr. Dune versus Death. Dark Sid. I don't know who that, I don't know who that, wait, who is that? Is that, like, Dark Maul, or, what does he mean? Just want to make sure. Because maybe I'm saying it wrong. Oh, Palpatine, okay. Palpatine versus Doctor Doom. Oh, wow, that makes this more... I was just going to say Doctor Doom, but... I don't know. Palpatine, maybe. I don't know, I'd have to research that one. I'm not sure. That's a good one, though. That's definitely a good one. Doctor Doom versus Palpatine. No... VTubers are virtual YouTubers. Well, there's a YouTube channel that's called VTubers. So that's what I thought you were talking about. I don't know what virtual YouTubers are. No idea. I don't really have an opinion on that, though. Which type of girlfriend would you have? A Tsunade is the angered one, right? And, Tsunade is the angered one. A Yuri is like a white knight one, and I don't know what the other one is. Probably a nice girl, I guess. I don't want someone shouting at me all the time. I don't want someone shouting at me all the time. Whatever the nice one is. May's wisdom is from Star Wars. Okay. Why does every anime rip off Kaiba and Vegeta? In what way? I mean, Vegeta's like an anti-hero in Dragon Ball Z. Kaiba's more of a rival. He's not really a villain. I think Eric, the voice actor for Kaiba, is right on that assessment. I think Kaiba is more of a rival than a villain. iCarly or Victorious? Victorious. I thought Victorious was well more done. iCarly was pretty cool too. But I thought they were. I thought it was more well-rounded overall. I wish that could have lasted a little longer. I watched some Resident Evil. Resident Evil is pretty cool. I remember the PlayStation game. They had Nemesis or whatever. That was pretty cool. I played that game when I was younger. Was there an anime that you couldn't get into that you stopped watching after maybe 1 or 2 episodes? I'm sure there has been. I don't remember which ones they are on top of my head, but I'm sure there has been. Imagine Maguzi returning as an adult-oriented action block on Adult Swim on Fridays at midnight, just like Toonami on Saturday at midnight. What would your reaction be if they brought it back? Um, I would be happy, but at the same time, I'd be worried because I wouldn't see the purpose in it unless it was like Monday through Fridays. Like, why would you want to bring it up back just for Fridays? Like, if you're gonna bring it back for Fridays, you know, you might as well just have Toonami on Fridays too. You know, I don't know if that would be a good idea. Um, Unless it's like a Monday through Fridays type of deal. Is One Piece weird? No. Do you like Cobra Kai? I've never heard of it. Which DC live action was the worst and is almost made you stop watching any of DC? Like for a movie? Well, most movies that I don't like, I just don't watch. Like I'm not gonna watch a Superman movie because I don't like Superman. Um, Same with Aquaman. I don't really like Aquaman, so I'm not gonna go and waste money going to watch Aquaman. Um, None of the DC movies I think were bad so far, but I don't think they were that good. Nothing was really underwhelming. Like Batman v Superman was not underwhelming to me. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if I've ever had that done to me. Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman, which one's better? I didn't watch Suicide Squad, so Batman v Superman is better by default. Who do you like better, DC Static Shock or Miles Morales? Well, I'm not a fan of Spider-Man, so obviously Static Shock. I really like Static Shock too. I'm glad they're making a movie out of him too. What WrestleMania, in your opinion, has the best moment? I'm going to be a little biased here and say WrestleMania 14 because that was the first WrestleMania moment I remember. Stone Cold Steve Austin beat Shawn Michaels for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. That was really the first WrestleMania I watched live. And seeing Stone Cold win the title for the first time was amazing. Another one would be WrestleMania 4 when Macho Man, my favorite wrestler, ooh yeah, took the title from he won the tournament to win the vacated WWE heavyweight championship from the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. Do you hate Miles Morales when he was made? No. I thought it was a good thing that they made an African American Spider-Man. You know, um, he's not Peter Parker, but he's his own character. He's his own character. That's how it really should be. Make their own character, make new characters, and that's what they did with Miles. I thought it was a good thing. Which top 3 MCU movies did you like? What top 3 MCU movies did I like? I can't count Venom, right? Because that's not an MCU movie, so damn. Because I would say that. It's not officially an MCU movie yet, but maybe in the future it will be. But Iron Man. I liked Iron Man. Well, the first Captain America movie was really good. It was well done. Captain America 1, Iron Man 1, and then who else? Who else was good? say Iron Man 2. I like the solo movies more than anything else. Do you ever watch Alice the Borderland? It's on Netflix. You should check it out. It's very good. I've never heard of it. Maybe. I don't know. Is that an anime or like a live action television series? Are you going to watch Army of the Dead? I have no idea what that is, so probably not. Which anime made you confused and made you butthurt? There's a lot of episodes where it doesn't make sense and it made me butthurt. I will say that Naruto not getting with Sakura did make me butthurt. Because I thought that made more sense than Hinata and Naruto. But I've gotten over it. It's fine. You know, the creator can do what he wants. You know, despite all the people that were bitching about it, and death threatening them. But I do think Sakura and Naruto was the better route that should have been taken. Same with finding out that Rukia is not going to get with Ichigo. Super Mario. I'm not a Mario fan, so no. Do you ever watch Cobra Kai? It's on Netflix. You should check it out. It's very good. Plus, it's the Karate Kid movie spin-off. Maybe. I don't know if I will or not. Especially, well, if it's based off the reboot, then definitely no. Which zombie movie is the best? Resident Evil. Which anime takes fan service way too far? I've answered this earlier. Fire Force with Tatsumi. The whole stripping thing is stupid, and it really should just stop doing it because her character cannot be taken seriously that way. Do you still watch old matches of Chris Benoit? I know some people can't because they feel uncomfortable and they think they're glorifying him. I still watch Chris Benoit matches if, I don't agree with anything he did. He definitely did it. But that's not going to stop me from watching matches of him. Like, people are still watching Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and we all know now that he definitely probably murdered his girlfriend. Do people still watch, stuff of O.J. Simpson when he played football? No, I don't think people should just not watch matches just because of the guy. People, shouldn't ignore what was there before. And I don't, I'm not gonna watch stuff like of, Benoit with his kids or stuff like that, because that's that would be kind of a little too much. But I'm not gonna stop watching his matches just because of what he did. The matches are a part of history. Who is a better villain, Thanos or Darkseid? Probably Darkseid. Do you like anime School of the Dead? Never heard of it. Alice in Borderlands is a live action based on a manga. Okay. Christmas, Halloween, or Thanksgiving? Christmas and Halloween. Can I pick both? I like them both. Nah, it's not based off the reboot. It's based off of the original 4 Karate Kid movie. Okay, that's cool. Which game made you almost... Which game almost threw your controller on the floor? Probably all of them. No. Anytime I lost. Jeez, I still haven't beaten that Xenoverse level that I made a video about 9 months ago of not being able to beat this level in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and I still haven't beaten it. Like, people are telling me, like, dude, I was close a couple of times, but I just couldn't get it in. I just kind of have impatience these days of, playing the games, because I just don't have as much time anymore. So I was just like, okay. And so I just stopped playing it. I still play a lot of the parallel quests, though, for Xenoverse 2. I'm sure there was a bunch of games, like Naruto, there was a bunch of games where I got pissed off. The game wouldn't freaking let me win. Food Wars. No, I'm not a fan of Grand Theft Auto. Which Dragon Ball game is the best? Dragon Ball Budokai 1. What is your favorite waifu in an anime? It would be a tie between Sakura Haruno and Alexis Rose from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Like I said, when I was in middle school, high school, I had a huge crush on them as a kid. Also, C2 was another one that came up later on when Code Geass was introduced in the United States. So, that's something I said earlier too, right? Yeah. Joke battle, Ralph versus Goku, who wins? Goku wins. Yeah, I don't know if I'll check them out, but maybe. I don't know. I'm very busy. I'm still very behind on a lot of my animes. I'm still watching Zoids Wild on Netflix. And I don't know if my mom's going to keep it next month. So we might be out of Netflix for a little bit. I bet it's going to be like an hour. We're like on 2 hours now. Which anime, Marvel, DC character would you kiss, marry, or kill? Well, the last one's a contradiction, first and foremost. The last one's a contradiction. Who I'd marry from anime? Kiss and marry. I mean, if I was still the same age as Alexis or Sakura, probably them, because I was introduced to them when I was like a teenager. Well, technically, Sakura's an adult now. They did a time skip. Yeah, Sakura. Yeah, I would give Sakura a much better time than Sasuke would. That's for damn sure. Who would? Oh, because they gotta be like adults now, right? Wonder Woman. I'd kiss her. I'd kiss Wonder Woman. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Wonder Woman's the shit. In terms of who I'd kill, I don't know if I'd kill any of them. I did not like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. As a matter of fact, I actually just recently lost my data for that. Not that I cared, because I didn't really play the game at all. But, Malcolm in the Middle or Everybody Hates Chris. I didn't watch either of them, so I have no take on it. Avatar The Last Airbender or Naruto 2000... Wait, 2000... No, what do you mean 2002? It's... What? 2002? Naruto... I mean, I think he's talking about Naruto, but Naruto came out in 2005. So... I don't know what he means by that. But... Naruto or Avatar The Last Airbender? Probably Naruto? I was really connected to both of them, though, because they came out around the same time. I really love Avatar, though. I don't know. That's a tough one to say. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Naruto. Dragon Ball Z. No question about it. Dragon Ball Z will always be my favorite show of all time. Dragon Ball Z, for sure. That's my shit, yo. What goddess do you like? What do you mean by goddess? Like gods? Like a Wonder Woman? Like, because she's like based off of like the god? You know. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh yeah, Android 18's another one too. I forgot about that. How could I forget about Android 18? I love Dad with Android 18. She's the shit, yo. I forgot about Android 18. I can't believe I forgot about Android 18. Sorry, Krillin, you got competition. Which horror movie almost gave you a heart attack? I don't think any, really. I know when I was younger, I got freaked out by Chucky, but now it's just kind of like funny, because Chucky was my first like horror flick I ever watched. But which female character of Ruby do you like? Yang Xiaolong. Who would win in a fight, Bakugo or Yang Xiaolong? Probably Bakugo, though I'd rather see Yang win. But if I had to guess right now, probably Bakugo. I haven't really researched that. Do you think Adams and Ruby was disappointing? Well, I mean, his ending was definitely disappointing. Was there a time that you decided to take a break from watching WWE, whether it was something that upset you or something? Yeah, right now. Like, pretty much throughout the years. I mean, the past 3 years, pretty much, I've been on and off with wrestling overall because WWE has just sucked. And they seem to just not understand what people want anymore. Daniel Bryan should have won the Royal Rumble, not Edge. You know, I love it how people are all happy for Edge. But yet, these are the same people that complain about Brock Lesnar, Goldberg. Edge is a part-timer, just like them. But everyone is okay with him winning the Rumble. Daniel Bryan was a full-time wrestler. This was the chance for Daniel Bryan to main event against Roman Reigns. The match sold itself, and Vince McMahon, of course, screwed it up again and didn't go with it. So, yeah, that was stupid. Everything they're doing is just stupid. AEW is so much better. And I don't care what people say, that AEW is a new company and it doesn't have a platform like WWE and all this bullshit. The fact of the matter is AEW is actually a wrestling company. It's actually being treated as a wrestling company. They're actually doing shit. They're treating the wrestlers better, as independent contractors, because WWE doesn't treat independent contractors as actual independent contractors. Overall, WWE, AEW, say what you want to say about AEW, they're doing stuff that actually benefits the wrestling industry, unlike WWE, which is just thick-skulled in their old ways of thinking. Vegeta Super Saiyan versus Android 18. Well, I mean, you already seen that in the Android saga. 18 whooped his ass and broke his arm. So Android 18 wins. Original Dragon Ball is better than Dragon Ball Z GT. Hell no. Dragon Ball Z is better than everything. Dragon Ball Z is better than Dragon Ball. It is better than GT. It is better than Kai, especially better than Kai. It's better than Super. It's better than Heroes, though I only watched 22 episodes of a Fandub. But yeah, Z, in my opinion, is the best. Which anime had bad quality? I don't think I've seen an anime with bad quality. Like in terms of the animation, I don't think I've seen one that's bad. I mean, if you're comparing like 90s to modern day, but I still don't think that quality is bad. The Sailor Moon anime, I thought that whole, the way they make the animation back then, I thought was really cool. It looked more realistic. Today, the animation is more like colorful. It's more colorful and more toned. I actually like the old animation approach that they do with like the original Pokmon and stuff like that. It looked more realistic than it does now with all the the bold colors now that they have now and everything. Which is better, a Star Wars live action movie or an MCU? Currently, right now, MCU. Star Wars live action aren't as good. Which character would you buy or sell? Mandy from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy without a Grim Reaper, or Gar from Invader Zim? Mandy. I would buy on Mandy and I would sell Gar. Or Gar. Because Mandy seems like she can basically do whatever she wants, even without the Grim Reaper. She pretty much had a domination over everybody. So I would say Mandy. Which anime is better, Saint Seiya or Sailor Moon? I've only watched Sailor Moon, so Sailor Moon by default. Vegeta Super Saiyan God versus Goku Super Saiyan God. Goku, obviously. This might be late, but your thoughts on Brody Lee, and have you seen the AEW Unrestricted podcast with Amanda Hubert, Brody's wife? No, I have not seen that podcast. My thoughts on Brody Lee, it's just awful, that it happened. Luke Harper, as he's known in WWE, was a very good dude. He's from Rochester, New York, which isn't that far away from where I live, actually. It's about like an hour away. From hour, maybe an hour and 10. But a car drive away. Very good dude. And from everything that was given from his tribute show, it seems like everybody loved the guy, especially people from WWE as well. It's very unfortunate he died as young as he did. It seemed like he was going to be getting a huge push. He had won the TNT title, and that was the last match he lost. But obviously we now know it was because they had to write him off television. But at the time, people thought it was like a knee injury or something like that, which it really wasn't. And that was obviously fake report to hide what was really going on. It's very, very unfortunate. I feel really bad for the family, especially the son. I think Tony Khan, what he's doing is really brilliant. Because he's doing, more than probably anyone would do to a family like that. Giving the kid a contract and stuff like that. Retiring the original belt and making a new title belt design. Just very unfortunate. The Dark Order had something really going on, and they're still doing the Dark Order now, but it's not going to be the same without him, because that's pretty much, that was pretty much his creation, so, we'll see what they do with the Dark Order, but it just, it's just very unfortunate with, what happened to Luke Harper, Brody Lee. Which cartoon, movie, and TV show do you like? Cartoon movie. Cartoon Network movie. Which one were they? I know the Powerpuff Girls. They had a Powerpuff Girls 1, which was pretty good. They had Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the first movie, which is what started everything, was good. That's tough to say, really, for the movies. TV shows, Dexter's Laboratory, obviously Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home, Ben 10, Ed, Edd and Eddy. I'm probably missing some stuff. I'm probably missing a bunch of them. Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken, I believe, wasn't that on Cartoon Network? Yeah, I think that was on Cartoon Network. There's a lot of them. Codename Kids Next Door was another great one. What do you think that CW Powerpuff Girls live action series coming out? I did not know that. Oh God, that's gonna be terrible. Jeez. They already did a terrible reboot of the cartoon. I can only imagine. Which is better, Young Justice or Teen Titans 2003? Obviously, Teen Titans 2003. I did not like Young Justice, so yeah, Teen Titans 2003. Cartoon Network and Dexter was my favorite channels to when I was a kid. I didn't like Disney much. Only I liked about Disney is Jetix because of the action shows like Digimon, Spider-Man, and other actions. Yeah, with Disney, I didn't really watch that much on the Disney Channel. They had some okay stuff, but it was mostly Nick and Cartoon Network when I was younger. Would Gohan and Supergirl make a great couple? I don't know. That'd be kind of a weird one. I don't think Supergirl would take Gohan seriously as the Great Saiyaman, though. I do know that. I'm not very familiar with Supergirl, though. So I'm not sure. Outside of like the Justice League Unlimited stuff that was done with Supergirl with the clone and stuff, that's pretty much all I know about Supergirl is the stuff they did in the cartoon Unlimited series, Justice League Unlimited. That's pretty much all I know about her. So I don't know. Maybe. Android 13 versus Android 17. Android 17 would win, I think. Well, if you use the Dragon Ball Super stuff, then definitely. Maybe not with, if you just do Dragon Ball Z. So yeah. What would the MCU Avengers think of Goku? I think they'd probably want Goku to join him. Join, because they know he's a superhero, and they, Goku would want to train to get stronger. So, so he would want to get to their level, but Goku probably was already stronger than him. But I'd have to imagine they might want him to join the Avengers. Which character would you buy or sell? Dexter or Jimmy Neutron? Dexter I would buy, and I would sell Jimmy Neutron. I love them both, but Dexter, I seen Dexter first, so I'd have to go with Dexter. Do you watch adult films? Sometimes. Adult-rated films, if that's what you mean. I have. Comparing Goku and Vegeta, how strong is Gohan, Future Trunks, and Android 17? Goku and Vegeta are stronger than both Android 17, Future Trunks, and Gohan combined based on their maximum powers. As of right now in Dragon Ball Super, I would think. Maybe not so much with Future Trunks, because Future Trunks had like big power up too, but I would have to think that based on the scalings. Especially now that Goku has Ultra Instinct. Favorite Drake and Joss episode? Oh man, there's so many. Jeez. What was my favorite? I'm sure I'm gonna forget something. But the one that's coming to me right now is the one. Whoa, just take it easy, man. Which one was that? That was the Theater Thug one, right? Theater Thug. It's the Theater Thug! When they were doing the parody of America's Most Wanted. Whoa, just take it easy, man. I love that. That's such a great meme. There was a bunch of others, too. The Big Shrimp one. That was the finale one. The Megan one was good. Megan! When they tried to investigate like how she gets all her abilities and stuff like that, like how they're able to trick them all the time. They discover in her room like all these like secret stuff that she can do, like all these like cameras and shit like that. Like that was another good episode. Oh my god, that was amazing. And then they ended up getting busted anyways. And then they ended up losing the competition, which was their original intention, so they could get the TV. Yeah, that was hilarious. Who is stronger, Piccolo or Android 18, right now or in Dragon Ball Z? In Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo, once he fused with Kami, was stronger. Right now, maybe Android 18 in Dragon Ball Super. I wish Dragon Ball Super would make Android 21 arc as a filler. I do too. I would love to see Android 21 in Dragon Ball Super, even if it was a filler. The filler arcs were actually pretty good in Super. Especially once they got Drummond to do the one. Piccolo versus Deborah. Right now, in Super, Piccolo. At the time during the Buu Saga, Deborah would win. Who is your favorite singer? I like Garth Brooks as a kid. I don't know if you consider him a singer, though. He's like more of a... He's a country singer, but, I mean... I don't know, that's what he's thinking, though. I'm not thinking that. I don't know. That's a tough one to say. Who do you like more, Drake or Josh? Drake. Everybody wishes they could be Drake. Okay, don't lie. Everybody wishes they can be Drake. Everybody. That guy he just picked up women like a friggin' fly. Every guy wishes they're Drake. Everybody in high school wishes they are Drake Bell. I am not kidding you now. They wish they could just pick up the women just like that. He would just pick up like, hey, you want to go on a date or something? Every boy as a teenager wishes they can be like Drake. I wish I could have been like Drake in high school, like just to pick up women just like that, pick up girls just like that. Like that is such a fantasy. It's not even funny. Do you like Alvin and Chipmunks, all the movies and TV shows? I did see some Alvin and Chipmunks. They're pretty good. I was a fan of the cartoons when I was younger. TV series are pretty. Or the movie, the first movie was pretty good. Dragon Joss Goes Hollywood was supposed to be the finale. I've never heard of that. I don't think that was supposed to be the finale. Which Disney movie is your favorite? Oh, jeez. There's a lot of them. I'd probably have to say Aladdin just because of Robin Williams. I just loved that movie because of Robin Williams. Lion King was another good one. Anastasia was a good one, though technically it wasn't a Disney movie, though Disney bought Fox, so technically it is a Disney movie now. I loved Anastasia. That was based off of the unfortunate, mystery at the time of Anastasia's death and the family's death, the real life ones. Only in that timeline, Anastasia lived instead of not living like she actually does in our timeline, which we found out later on that she did in fact die. I'm a big fan of the Anastasia movie. It actually got me into Russian history in a way, as well as other history too. So I did like the Anastasia movie. I recently just watched it again. It's really good. It's a really good movie. They have a Broadway thing for it too. That's another good one for it. I wish they would make that in live action. That one actually would work in live action. They would have to do some alterations to it, but still try to keep it more like the musical stuff. And I think it would do well. But Aladdin, obviously, would be my favorite Disney movie because of Rob Williams. Top 5 kids WB shows I remember seeing: Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Jackie Chan, Static Shock, and the Batman. You might be right on to where my list would probably be at. Pokemon obviously 1, Yu-Gi-Oh! 2, the Batman probably would be 3, Jackie Chan's Adventures would probably be 4. What else was on there before I say Static Shock? Wasn't Teen Titans on there originally? I'd say Teen Titans then, because Teen Titans was originally on there as well. I think Teen Titans debuted on Cartoon Network though before it went to Kids WB. I don't know, man. Somewhere around there. Drake and Justin Bieber can get the girls. Which anime character is more Enzo? I don't know what that means. Or Elmo? Drake Bell or Justin Bieber? Drake Bell, duh. Fast or Furious or Transformers? I mean, based off of the cartoon franchise Transformers, but based off of the movies, probably Fast or Furious, because after the first Transformers movie, the rest of them weren't that good. No, the first Transformers, I don't care what anyone says, the first Transformers live-action movie was good. The first one that they did, the first one Michael Bay did was good. That one was good. After everything else, all the other sequels that came after the first one was dog shit. Like, they were shit. Okay? That's just the fact of the matter. Like, the first one was great. Like, Michael Bay had it right the first time. And then, I don't know what the hell Michael Bay was waking up to doing and just got lazy on everything. Not to mention, they didn't bring back the girlfriend, which I thought was stupid. Like, they tried to pretend that the girlfriend from the first movie, from the first Transformers live-action movie, didn't exist, which I just thought was stupid, because she was essential to the plot in the first movie. There's so many problems after the first movie, it's not even funny. Phantoms versus 50 Shades of Grey, I have no idea. What do you do besides YouTube? Work. Hang out with my buddies. Sometimes try to audition for voice acting roles. Try to think of different ideas for YouTube. Play sometimes some video games. Watch some anime. Yeah, that's basically what I do. Hang out with people. Well, we can't really do that much right now because we're in a pandemic, but when I get a chance, we do. And I lift weights too. Lift a lot of weights. I don't remember that much from Jet X. I don't think I watched it that much to really say. I know they had Naruto Shippuden on there for a while. That's probably about it. M's making a Dragon Ball spin-off anime fan-made project, but with a different name, titled Tekyon Fukyo, introducing a newer young character. Okay, cool. Who is the better Robin? Dick Grayson is the best. Who attended the martial arts training school that calls Dragon Ball Xenoversally? I don't think I've attended that one. I don't think that's a real thing, though. I think that's like in the game. Maybe. Some of the characters have been very strong resemblance of the original characters. Goku and his friends are main characters. Oh, you're just talking about the story. Okay. Who would win in a fight, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or DC All the Robins? Huh. Probably the Ninja Turtles? I don't know. That'd be a good one to research. How much do I bench press? I do about... I've gotten pretty good at it. I've gotten a lot of weight, not that much though. Not much compared to a big dude can do. I can usually probably get 40 on each side, and then of course the bar is 45 itself. So I probably can, my max probably would be around 40 on each side. Do you read the mangas or do you only watch anime? Pretty much at this point I only watch anime. When I was in high school I tried to read a lot of the Shonen magazines or the Shonen Jump mangas back when they were still printed. But they stopped doing that for digital releases only. So I pretty much stopped reading them after that. And just kind of focused on the anime. Pretty much I'd rather watch the anime anyways. I get more of a connection from the anime than you do from reading a manga. So, which martial arts movie did you like? Well, doesn't Walker Texas Ranger count since it's martial arts? So I would say Walker Texas Ranger. Long Wolf McQuade, right? That was another one. That was like Chuck. Well, that was Walker Texas Ranger was a television series. So he said movie. So maybe Long Wolf McQuade. Had a few animes. There. Swimmers. Armada was good. I loved Armada. Frozen or Teklen, I haven't watched either of them, so I can't really even say. I'm such a weakling, I can only bench 125 pounds. That's probably around what I could do. I don't know. 40, 40, 45, I don't know. Maybe that would be a little... Oh, let's see. Let's see. If I get 40... Where are we at with the math here? 40 plus 40 plus 45 for the bar... Yeah, that equals about what I have, 125. So that's around what I have. There's nothing wrong with that. It goes really by your body weight anyways. Which Tom and Jerry movie did you like, and what are your thoughts on the upcoming movie? I don't remember which movies, because technically Tom and Jerry, everything has been a movie, technically. Like all the stuff you've seen from the 30s like that they showed on Cartoon Network in the earlier years of Cartoon Network, that technically that was a movie. That was a movie from like the 40s and the 30s. Those were movies. So technically speaking, everything we've seen was a movie. So there's a lot to kind of differentiate when it comes to Tom and Jerry. In terms of my thoughts on the movie that's coming out, I hope it's good. I would like to go see it. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to mix the cartoons with like the real life characters or real life people. It can work, but it has to be done right. So we'll see. Do you like SpongeBob, or do you find him annoying? I liked SpongeBob when I was a kid. Now it's like, it's whatever. I don't really care one way or the other. Speaking of Tom and Jerry, do you remember that one movie where they talk fully? I know there was one where they talked, but I'm not sure which one it is. They've occasionally talked throughout the years. It's just like a rare thing. So, I'm not sure. I don't remember which one it was. Which anime do you like? Well, my favorite anime of all time is Dragon Ball Z, because it's my favorite show of all time. So, Dragon Ball Z. You think Darth Vader should have lived at the end of the Return of the Jedi? It would have been kind of interesting if he had lived, because if he had lived, he would have been in jail. He would have been in jail, so maybe it was better that he died. Sorry, I meant which animal do you like? My favorite animal is actually an elephant. I don't know, I've always liked elephants. And no, that's not because of political issues, because I'm not affiliated with the party. For anyone that's going to get confused by that. No. It has nothing to do with political parties. I just always liked elephants. As animals. Do you remember Cartoon Network action block called Saturday Video Equipment Systems, known at SVES, that ended up canceling a year later because Tsunami took its spot for the weekly spot? Yeah, I remember the video game block. Yeah, I did like that. That was a pretty cool concept. Do you choose the light side or the dark side? I choose the light side, of course. What Star Wars movie, game, and series do you like? Shadows of the Empire, with Dash Rendar. Hopefully he comes back. I like Dash Rendar. Ever saw Shot at King? It was dubbed by 4Kids, and it actually was giving a new anime. It's coming in April and January. No, I never actually saw it. I've heard of it, obviously, but I really have no opinion on it. Which female character in Star Wars did you love? I don't think they really had that many, at least in the originals. I guess Princess Leia, because she was like the only one for a while. Right? She was like the only one for a while. Like in there, like in the originals. And then of course in the prequels they had the character that Darth Vader ended up marrying, but I mean, there weren't that many. Dragon Ball Super Season 2 is coming in July. I did not know about that. Let me see. Did Geekdom talk about it? I think that might be just like a false rumor. Let's see. We've always seen false rumors coming out. If Geekdom hasn't made a video about it, then it's definitely not true. The only thing I hear... Yeah, I don't know about this. I think that might be like a false rumor. I don't think Geekdom's made a video about it. If anybody was going to make a video covering it, it would have been Geekdom. And I don't see Geekdom covering it. Yeah, I don't think it's true. I think it might be like a little false rumor that the Dragon Ball community is putting out there. Let's see. Let's see if they got anything here about it. If Geekdom hasn't said anything about it, it's definitely not true. Geekdom's the guy that covers like everything on that shit. There's rumors, but there's been rumors for weeks. Or years, honestly. Yeah, there's no confirmed for July. I'm looking it up right now. There is no confirmation of it. Yeah, but you gotta also take into account the dub. We might not get the dub right away. Hopefully we do, but who knows? Yeah, if Geekdom hasn't made a video about it, then don't believe it. Because Geekdom, he has a lot of the inside information on the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Or when it comes to the stuff in Japanese and shit. So he's going to know more about that than me or anybody, really. The rumor suggests is more late 2021, 2022, but that's not even taking into account of when it's going to come out in English. That's just taking into account of when it comes out in Japanese. Hopefully it comes out right away this time since they have the license for it. For the dub. But we'll see about that. And we're not waiting a year and a half like last time. Which female character with fan service do you like, no matter how annoying it is? Lucy Heartfilia is pretty good with the fan service. It's not too annoying. Sometimes it can be annoying, but it's not annoying to the point where it's overdone because it fits within the plot a lot of times, and they don't do the fan service where it just is like dumb to the point of why they're doing it, like out of nowhere. Like Lucy never felt like someone like, in Fire Force where she like when something happens to her, it's like just done for the sake of being done. It actually kind of ties in with something that's going on in the fight. So Lucy Heartfilia, I think, is better at it. I think they did Lucy very good when it comes to the fan service because she's not really taken as a joke, like Toximan in Fire Force is. When they do it with Lucy, it's like it kind of feels more like they're trying to naturalize the situation of when it's happening. So, your thoughts on the PS5? Did it need a delay? I'm not buying a PS5 until they start bringing out games, like a lot of games, and they start doing away with the PS4. So I don't even care. I was just at GameStop a couple of days ago. They have the controllers at like $69. Dude, the freaking controllers for PlayStation 4 are at like 60. And they're freaking gonna be close to 70. Could you just imagine how much the games are gonna cost? Like, that is just insane. Oh my god. Like, eventually I'm gonna have to just do away with games altogether, because it's just getting games are getting way too expensive. The cost and demand for video games are getting way too expensive now. Tsunami is going to do Dragon Ball Super. It's definitely going to have Dragon Ball Super. They have the contract still for it. It's just a matter of if it's going to be dubbed, when it's going to be dubbed, and when it's going to come out. Hopefully very soon. PlayStation or Xbox? Obviously PlayStation. That's what I have. What anime community do you think is toxic? The subtitle fanboys mostly, especially the ones in the Dragon Ball Z community, that are kind of elitists on stuff. Uncharted or Tomb Raider? I've never played Uncharted, so Tomb Raider. I haven't played Tomb Raider in a long time, but I did play some of the old computer game ones back in the early 2000s. Geekdom knows everything. Yes, Geekdom knows almost everything. I don't think he's been wrong about anything, really. I shouldn't say he knows everything, but, because no one really knows everything, but he knows pretty much mostly everything. I don't think he's ever been wrong about something. At least on his videos. Well, he definitely knows his knowledge when it comes to Dragon Ball, that's for sure. Which female character in anime would you want to bang? Wink. Oh god. I think we've already talked about this, though. I think we talked about this one earlier, but, yeah, there's quite a few. C2. C2 would be a good one. What's your thoughts on the whole Lasana hate? I don't hate Lasana. I don't like that she was brought back, because it just doesn't make sense. They tried to fix it up with the whole, Elion thing, but I just don't understand it, because, she was, obviously, Natsu was going to get with Lucy, so, I mean, her being there really just doesn't make sense. Which also screwed up, a lot of things by bringing her back, by the way. That screwed up a lot of what they were planning on doing. With what's her face? Character who I really like in Fairy Tail, Yukino. Yukino is actually my favorite character in Fairy Tail. Yukino was actually supposed to be she was actually supposed to join the Fairy Tail Guild, but because they brought Lasana back, they decided not to put her in the Fairy Tail Guild. She was supposed to be in the Fairy Tail Guild. That was something, yeah, she was supposed to be, but because they brought Lasagna back, because they allowed Lasagna to come back to life, because she was never actually supposed to come back, but people, the anime people kind of told Hiroshimachi to bring her back. So then they couldn't bring her on the in the guild, so she stayed in Sabretooth. And I was kind of pissed about that because I really like Yukino. Yukino is awesome. Do you like Prison School? No. I did do something with just Xeno, an episode for the, what was it, the Team 4-Star contest a couple of years ago, but I don't really like it. It's not really discontinued. They're still making games for PlayStation 4, just not as many. And honestly, there's still a bunch of PlayStation 4 games I'm playing right now. Like, there's no new games I have any plans of getting right now. So, which is more toxic, the Dragon Ball community or the Star Wars community? Well, I don't really know that much about the toxic of the Star Wars community. I know the Dragon Ball fans are very toxic. They're divided on a lot of stuff. Do you like Unrealing Gaming? I don't think I watched that much of his work. I think I've seen some of his stuff, but I don't really recall that much stuff he's done. So, I can't really say. Do you like Kapla, Caulifla, and Kale from Dragon Ball Super? Yeah, I do. No one dies in Fairy Tail. Yeah, there is. There are a bunch of people that die in Fairy Tail. What reboot was worth? Teen Titans Go or Powerpuff Girls 2016? Well, Teen Titans Go really isn't a reboot. It's like a parody. It's not really a reboot. Powerpuff Girls is actually a reboot. I would have to say Teen Titans Go just because I hate Teen Titans, but technically it's not a reboot, so Powerpuff Girls would be worse, because Powerpuff Girls is actually a reboot. Do you think Kale is hot? Or Kefla, I'm sorry. Do you think Kefla is hot? Yes, I do. We're probably going to wrap this up in a couple minutes. We've actually gone longer than I thought I was going to go. We're actually now over 3 hours. Do you like Metal Gear Solid? No, I'm not really a fan of Metal Gear. Dragon Ball Z Fighters or Kakarot? I have not played Kakarot, so Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Fighter Z I like more for the story mode than the gameplay. I like Android 21. I love the story mode. I just don't really like the gameplay. I really felt like that type of story mode could have been done in Xenoverse. Like as an alternate storyline. I'm not a big fan of the gameplay. I know a lot of people love the classic gameplay of that, but I'm not really that much of a fan of it. Plus, they still haven't released a good Android 21 thing, which I think is stupid. Besides the story mode, you can't play as good Android 21, which I think is stupid, and villain Android 21, Celigasorb. We still can't play them because they still don't have them as a DLC, which I think is just really dumb. What was the good and the bad and the ugly when it comes to Fairy Tail? Oh, God. That's a lot to touch on, because Fairy Tail is like over 300 episodes, right? The good, I like the stories that are told in Fairy Tail. Like, they had a lot of different good adventures and stuff like that, a lot of good action going on, a lot of changing. I think the bad is more of them kind of flip-flopping on the plot a lot of times. Especially with Urza Scarlet. And then, of course, the whole changes with that we addressed earlier with Lasagna. I don't really know if there's necessarily an ugly with Fairy Tail. Favorite One Piece moment and arc? Well, I got into One Piece because of 4Kids, so I'm probably going to be a little biased here. But I did like some of the stuff that 4Kids did, even though the dub was shit. Um, Probably when Monkey D. Luffy basically gave Nami her hat. Which again, I have only watched that moment in the 4Kids version, not the current Funimation dubbed version. So it might have been a little different. But I did like that moment. I thought that was a really good moment in One Piece. You know, when he was going up against Oolong, or when he was about to fight Oolong. What anime was so ugly? Pop Team Epic. Didn't watch it, but I seen the trailers for it. It was terrible. Terrible shit. How often do you get on camera? I actually have some videos on camera. I just choose to have the majority of my videos not be on camera. It has nothing to do with me being afraid of being on the camera or anything like that. I just kind of prefer not to have myself on camera. It's just easier to put videos together that way. But I'll occasionally go on camera and make videos if I think it's necessary. Who do you like more? I mean, we've been talking about this already. Obviously, Lucy. I mean, Toximi is a joke. I hate her as a character. I think she's terrible as a character. I honestly think they should just write her off because she's just a shitty character and there's no redeeming qualities because she's just basically a stripper. Which saga do you like in Dragon Ball Z and Super? Cell Saga. Cell Saga is is my favorite arc in the entire Dragon Ball franchise. Link or Kratos? Link, I'm thinking. It depends on which one, because there's a lot of different links. Do you sip Shinra and Toximi? Hell no, I do not. That is a terrible ship. Personally, originally I was going to ship Shinra. I originally shipped Shinra with what's her name? God dang it. Iris, sorry. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. Iris. Iris. I literally just had a brain fart on her name. Iris. I shipped Shinra with Iris, but I actually prefer Shinra and Miggy. I actually think Miggy is actually a better ship for Shinra, and I wish they would develop it better. I think it makes more sense. I did a discussion on Reddit a couple of weeks ago about this. I thought there's so much promise with those two because it makes more sense. But obviously it doesn't seem like they're going in that route. But if it's not Migi, I would want it to be Iris. Tatsumi I don't take seriously as a character at all. So, you know, I wouldn't want her to be with Shikra. Have you seen the Sethron trailer for Smash? No. I won't be buying Smash until they do and give the demands of what the people want, and that is hashtag Goku for Smash. So, yeah. Death Battle or Rewind Rumble? Obviously, Rewind Rumble. I mean, I'm on the team. I do pretty much a lot of the matches. And, of course, Death Battle are biased and suck. Which Smash Brother character do you like? Pikachu and Link, but I don't play the game, so until they give my demands of hashtag Goku for Smash. Uh, favorite CM Punk match? Oh god, there was a whole bunch of them. I mean, that John Cena CM Punk match at Money in the Bank was epic. His Chris Jericho match, his Brock Lesnar match, those were, a lot of great ones. He had some good matches with Jeff Hardy, obviously. His Undertaker match, his WrestleMania match with Undertaker. Mickey Mouse or Dex or Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny, obviously. What's up, Doc? Hey, Doc, why are you like that, man? Come on. This is how you gotta be to do that. How are you being like that, man? Ain't I just a thinker? Do you hate Tatsumi that much? Yes, I do. I don't like how the creator has made her into a stripper. Essentially, all the time. She really has no point of being with Company 8. She really has no point of being with Company 8. Like, Company 8, literally, there's no reason for her to be there. She's suspended from Company 1, which they just kind of conveniently forgot. And, there's no reason for her to be there. They already have everyone there. Now they're trying to make her a priest or whatever. And you got Iris already there. There's really no point of her being there. It's just really stupid. What happened to Instagram? I still have my Instagram. Which Looney Tunes shows did you like? The originals. We're probably going to close up in 5 minutes. Because this is over 3 hours. I didn't think I would last this long. Got a lot of great questions, though. Buy or sell Daniel Bryan WrestleMania win or Eddie Guerrero WWE Championship at No Way Out against Brock Lesnar. Oh, that's a really good one. I'd have to buy Daniel Bryan and sell Eddie Guerrero as much as I love Eddie Guerrero. I was so emotionally invested in Daniel Bryan, much more than I was in Eddie Guerrero. So I'd have to say Daniel Bryan. But I still love Eddie Guerrero. But how many fillers does Naruto have in the franchise? I have no idea, to be completely honest with you. I know they have a lot. My Instagram was down? Shouldn't be. Yeah, my Instagram is still here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my Instagram. I don't know, maybe it's your phone, I don't know. My Instagram's still working. Do you enjoy filler episodes? Yeah. It just depends on the ones that happens. Like the Garlic Jr. arc was very good. The Other World tournament, just depends on the episodes. Depends on the show and depends on a lot of things. John Cena or Randy Orton? Randy Orton. I never was a fan of John Cena. What's your thoughts on One Punch Man? I don't like One Punch Man. Regular show or Adventure Time? I don't like either, so none. What's your favorite John Cena rival match? With CM Punk, because CM Punk is the best in the world. We got 2 more minutes, because we've been doing this since noon. It's like 3:18 right now. I didn't think we'd go this long. Chi-Chi or Bulma? Bulma, obviously. Bulma, man. Like, come on now. No, you want that Bulma. You know you want that Bulma. You know you want that Bulma. Favorite Undertaker match? Oh man, Undertaker. Oh wow, there's so many great matches he's had been in. The WrestleMania 14 match, Undertaker versus Kane, that was really good at the time. That was unheard of someone kicking out of 2 tombstones, which now you see a bunch of times happening, but you know, finishing moves getting kicked out of once was rare. Kicking out of it twice was even rarer back in those times. So I'd say Undertaker and Kane, WrestleMania 14. That was at that point, it was the best WrestleMania match he had up to that point. Launcher 18, both of them are voiced by Maren McCoy, by the way, for the English voice actors, same voice actors. I'd have to say Android 18. Was the ending of the Undertaker streak with Brock Lesnar a mistake? Yes, it was. Absolutely, it should have never ended. Who do you like more, Killua, Hiei, or Sasuke? Killua. Killula's cool. I'm not a fan of Sasuke, and like I said, I don't watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't like it. Which Dragon Ball Z non-canon movie character did you like? Cooler. Who is your favorite anime couple? I think I said this earlier. Ash Ketchum and Misty. That was the original ship that I shipped together. So that I think is gonna wrap it up. With that, because we're at 3:20 my time zone, and we started this at noon, my time zone. Did I watch Kamiki Kill? Yes, I did. I love a Kamiki Kill. I wish they would make another one because the manga's still going on. And they went with their own anime ending. Yes, I think that will do it here. That will wrap it up here. I hope to do this again. And I'll tip you guys off when I'm doing another Q&A. This was very, very successful. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for asking some great questions. Comment, rate. I do have the Discord link in the description for everyone. Check out for discussions. And someone asked about the favorite Rewind Rumble. I think I answered that, like Dexter and Jimmy Neutron, right? We did that on the podcast. Yeah. Who would win in a fight? Killua or Akami? I don't know. I'd have to research that one, but I'd probably have to say Akami because she's got the kill. She got the sword and all that shit. But I don't know. And she also took out Esdeath, so I don't know. I'd have to research that one though. But right now, I'd probably say Akami. But who knows? But yeah, this was very, very successful. Hoping to do another one. Oh, favorite Royal Rumble. Probably 1998, with Stone Cold Steve Austin winning it. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for coming. I'm looking forward to doing another one of these. This is very successful. And letting you know ahead of time, it was very successful to this Q&A. Again, Discord link will be in the description. I do also have my Patreon. And also, we got the, we'll be doing more. I'll let you guys know ahead of time when we do another one of these. This was very successful. I cannot wait to do another one with you guys. And other stuff that's coming up the pike very soon. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And also make sure to hit the notification bell when you subscribe for all the latest contents and notifications. And that is about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace!